page, I guess. Yeah, there we go. Oh, am I live? Where am I live on? I don't know. This is funny. Okay. I've got, let's see how this looks. This, I'm a baby at this live stream thing. Let's see here. Am I live? What's it look like? Oh, it's all right, I think. There we go. What's up, people? How you doing? Just came on to say hi and to talk a little bit about some concerns. Hello, Miss Carmen. How are you? Today I talked to about 3 musicians. Should I wait? No, I'll just go on because today I talked about 3 musicians, and we all, well, like the rest of us, are pretty concerned about the state of affairs. What is this? Oh, this is, oh, I got it. Oh, it's backwards. This is my Happy Hippie from the Curtis family C notes. Please support them. In fact, I'll talk about that later. But yeah, you know, I'm just here to encourage musicians to do your best work, you know, in light of what's going on in the country and the world. I've never seen it like this. And it's enough to really make you think twice about StreamYard. Yeah, I'm on StreamYard now, as it appears over there. What's up, Nate? Yeah, I want to encourage musicians to keep doing your best work. And now, probably more than ever, you're going to have to make some decisions about whether you're going to play, you know, be true to yourself and make decisions and play or sing music that expresses your true soul, whether, you know, and that might come with consequences, or, you know, kind of just not do much and just do what you've been doing and hope for the best. So, and, you know, whatever that is, just don't get depressed about it. Don't get down about it. I mean, it is what it is, you know, and things like this don't last forever. They don't. Bing, the Bing time. What's up, now? What's up, Mario? Oh, Mario, ¿qué está pasando, homie? Len, Nate, Carla. Yeah. So, you know, don't get down about it. Just keep your head down, you know, and keep making the music, keep showing up, you know. To that extent, I want to encourage you guys to support a group called the Cookers. The Cookers, you know, they got a lot of attention for backing out of the Kennedy Honors thing. So, I mean, for some of you, this doesn't, you know, if it doesn't relate to you, turn the page and go somewhere else, or, you know, shut it off. It's okay. But, you know, they made a decision based upon their, you know, their morals, their principles. And I think it's time for those of us who are, so I say civilians now because I'm a fan of Donald, we call him Duck, Donald, and I'm going to support the Cookers simply because, you know, they took a stand, took a stand on principle, or made a stand on principle, and backed out of that. So I'm going to support them financially, and I would encourage you guys to, you know, and not, you know, who's saying what? Walter, that's taking place. Yeah, it is, Emmanuel. Hey, Martha. Yes, Carl, they're good. So, yeah, so, you know, for those of us, or those of you who are civilians, and I know money's tight right now, but understand the musicians are hurting right now, especially those of us, so a lot of us of color who may say things and do things. Here's the thing, you know, when we go through times like this, or in the 60s where there was, you know, or even 50s and 60s, when there was a movement, the music was there with the music, you know, like Curtis Mayfield, Marvin Gaye, you know, others, Isaac, let me see, some, you know, Edwin Starr, you know, songs that I remember, Wake Up, Harold Melvin and Blue Notes, that's the 70s, but, you know, there was the music spoke to the times that we lived in. Now, if you write music that reflects how we're feeling as musicians, you can lose everything, you know, everything. And whether you play saxophone or whether you sing, whether you rap, you just can't, make the songs that they made back then to say you can, but it comes with a risk. So I'm asking people who follow me, to follow the people who makes and who take stands like that, or like the Cookers or others who have the courage to say, no, this isn't right. This is how I feel about it, and then pour themselves into the music and expression and express themselves. They should not be. We should not be, sacrificed because we speak our truth. I've never seen, I'm a kind of a student of history, and I've never really even seen anything like this before in my life. I think the only thing could be compared to would be the McCarthy years, where the guy accused everybody and his brother who he didn't like of being a communist, and they got shut down. So, I'm encouraging everybody who I can't think. I got to think about this while I'm saying it. I'm encouraging all of you who have been moved by certain artists who take a stand against some of the stuff that's happening now to support them financially if you can, because it's important, and it's bad out here. We should be able to, the dissent thing should be part of who we are as a people, and it's not anymore. So just my little 2 cents. Good evening, Geraldine. How are you? Marvin's Life Opera. That music is so profound. Dig. What up, Linwood? How you doing, man? Good evening, Brenda. Teach. Wow, man. A lot of people coming out tonight. A lot of Facebook. I don't think I'm on Instagram. They said I'd be on Instagram, but can't get it. Can't do that thing on StreamYard. Not yet. So we'll see. Yeah, and that's the Cookers. I forgot who else. There was another jazz act that was on there, and they took themselves off. So I'm going to start. Well, I've already started talking about it because I just it's I can't. I mean, like I said, I spoke to 2 or 3 musicians today, and they're all down in the dumps. And primarily, I think it is because we can't really talk about what it is that we're feeling or express what it is we're feeling, in the music, because it comes with a cost. It not always has, but now it's crazy. It's crazy. If you feel a certain way about people being offed in other countries and stuff like that, you can't say it, you can't sing it, you can't rap it, you can't preach it. It's dangerous, but it still needs to be done. We still need the Curtis Mayfields. We still need the Edwin Starrs. We still need the music that reflects, how we feel about our lives and how we feel about each other as human beings. And, standing up against the powers that be. Remember Ozzy Brothers, Fight the Power? We were dancing, grooving to that sucker and being fed, Wake Up Everybody. All the music of Gamble and Huff, some, just educating us, but at the same time, we moving and grooving, I miss those times. And I think, we should be able to listen to that type of music. That's one of the reasons why I recorded Diamond in the Back, be thankful for what you got. That was part of that, that culture as well. So, and when I go to my concerts and I sing it and I look around at the audience, especially those of us of color, immediately we all go into that world, right? Where we just disappear from the society as a whole and just go into our corner and just have a good time, right? And that's why I do that song at all of my shows, actually. Walter, all that's taking place in the world, I didn't get that quite, Emmanuel. Am I? Oh, I got to keep. I'm sorry. I'm new at StreamYard, so I have to scroll down and all that, and I forgot. Good evening, Brenda. I think I did. What up? Yep. So let me catch up. What's going on, Forrest? Geraldine, I said that. Hit me up soon. Brenda, how I don't know this, very concerning. Yeah. As Roberta said, trying time. That's right. Donnie did that too. Donnie Hathaway, Geraldine. I don't know if you've heard it. Gil Scott. Yes, Gil Scott. Gil Scott. Yeah. I stopped practicing to listen to you. Oh, what's up, man? How you doing? Any kind of question you got for me, bro? What's Miss 𝒔𝒊𝒎𝒆? How are you? I love that. Hey, what's up, Pastor Gladys? Oh, you don't want to call you, but I do. I'm sorry. Nate Haynes to South Africa, to South Carolina. What's up? Yes, Curtis, just be thankful for what you got. Actually, I do the version that a lot of people think that he did that, but it's actually oh man, I'm tired. I just got in. I don't have kids and I didn't get married, but the closest children I have are my great niece and great nephew. And I spent 8 hours with them in Phoenix shopping. And whew, I'm a little tired, so my memory's a little bit whack. But I had to get on here because I had 2 or 3 conversations with musicians, and I felt so bad for them. They're younger than me, right? And I think this is the first time they don't know how to respond because they can't really say what's really in their hearts because they feel like they could risk, their livelihood and hurt their families. And they're right. So what do you tell YGs? What do you tell the younger generation? What do you say to them, when they want to write something that reflects their pain, their anger at what's going on in this country, William Devon, man, thank you, Nate. William Devon, yeah. So it's trying times. I think is a very appropriate phrase or word, your phrase for this, because it's not going to get better anytime soon. Unless, and the hard thing about it is that so many people, not even hard, but so many people agree with the direction of this country. That is actually surprising to me, kind of, sort of. I always figured it, but to have it hit you in the face is different. When you really think about, oh, you've always been this way. You know what I'm saying? You just needed somebody to bring it out in you. Walter Beasley, will you ever put out a live? I did. I had like 3, Demetrius. Demetrius. Am I saying it right? I have 3. I have Walter Beasley in the club. I have Walter Beasley live and more. That was the first one I put out in the 90s, I believe. It's got a tune called On the Black Side. Actually, the reason I wrote On the Black Side, and I talked about it a little bit later, was because in the 90s, Smooth, they cut out adult Black contemporary artists. Myself, Will Downing, a couple others. We just got like chopped from the adult contemporary Black playlist because of hip hop and the younger generation. So they, all these young cats start coming up, and they just like kind of dismantle their approach, or not approach, their pushing, the pushing of those of us who are a little older. And I wrote On the Black Side because I just one day I was just pissed, and I was just like, let me just write this. So I wrote a groove and a melody. Did lead, and there wasn't hardly any R&B instrumental saxophonists at that time. I can't play it either because Facebook won't like it and YouTube won't like it. So there are times these times are what create the. Exactly, Carl. Exactly. The challenge right now with that is that you could lose everything if you write the kind of music that you said, like you said, it's. To write it, trying to get to the point. If I wrote a Trying Times right now and I sang it, actually I may do it. It comes with risk. Now I don't have, like I said, I don't have children, but I do care about my great niece and my great nephew. They will be going to college in a couple of years, and I'm probably the only one who can really, help them out financially. So I'm thinking about that, with everything that I say and do. I think that, I know they'll be okay, but I still would like to at least, bow out of this when I want to bow out, not because, somebody, a group of people said, no, we need to go. Grover did a lot of work, heard his jet stream piece on Donna Burrs. Huh. What's your take on AI music? Antonio, hey, look, I've heard a couple of things in the last month that got me scratching my bald head, man. They were good. These things were really, really good. And if I didn't know any better and it wasn't AI, I would have purchased it myself. I'm not gonna lie. It was that good. So what I do, actually, I haven't done anything with AI yet. But what I'm probably going to do is get ideas from AI and just, what's up, Glenda? How are you? Yo. What's popping? I'm probably get some ideas from AI, and just developing that way. Because what I've tried to do with AI, I mean, I've explored it, but it doesn't come back like me. It hasn't given me back anything that I could use that I like. However, it could be me prompting it the right way. Other people, they've sent me some stuff, and I'm like, whoa, just been blown away. So I can't afford. Look, man, I can remember when we had to sing all these tracks. If we like layer tracks, we had to sing every single one of them 4 times, or play every single one of them 4 times. Now, and then something came along where you could just go boom, 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 or even the sampler and all that kind of stuff. I've seen all of this stuff, man. So if it makes you, what's up, dude? What's happening, girl? It's always going to be something, and either you can let it, help your art, or you can be afraid of it and let it take over your worry. And that's not what I've never done that, so I'm not going to do that. I'm gonna see what it can do to help me be a better musician. That's it, and a better man, because I do use ChatGPT to ask it a lot of questions, and it's like, as long as you ask it the right, not even as long, but when you ask it the right thing, and when you kind of pin it down to, anything that takes all of the knowledge and just kind of gives it to you in a way that, that is that way, I think it's amazing. Hey, Walter, I wanted to ask you your advice on the ever popular $100 gig. The math is no longer mathing. Oh, my brother, what's up, man? Your wisdom is greatly appreciated. The $100 gig. It's interesting you said that, Andre. I don't know about that question per se, but specifically, but I've decided to do a lot more teaching. One thing I found out doing all of this stuff is that I'm finding there are a lot of players who want to be better, especially older players, and who are willing to pay a price to do that. And for me, that's simple, because I come from a family of teachers. My mother, father were teachers, and my mentor was a teacher. So I think it's really important now, this is me, brother, for me to give back in a way that says, okay, look, let me teach and let me get paid for it because of what I've been through in my experiences, and let me help this person get better, and let me give him or her the tools so they can be actually better than me, and let me get paid for it. That way, in my mind, if I want to accept the $100 gig, it's okay because I'm teaching on the side. If I want to accept, and I'm just saying using the $100 gig, but it affords me the opportunity to be more flexible. And I know you know all this, man, and it affords me the option to be more flexible with what I accept and what I don't. So that's what I decided to do. I was actually on the road thinking about that, how things are kind of getting a little bit, shall we say, thin, and that's how I'm going to supplement it. And with your instruments, especially, man, you're the best at what you do. You are the best at what you do. So that's how I'm approaching it. And I'm doing a lot of teaching online. I'm doing more teaching online. And every time I come see you, I'm wondering why everybody doesn't beg to study with. Although they do, some people do. Hello, Cecil. How you doing? Hey, Walter, you purchased Grover Washington? Yeah, no, not the alto, the soprano. I did, brother. I did one. Did you get any other one? No. What's up, Mike? Hope the meeting went well, my brother. Thank you, Andre. Appreciate you, brother. I did purchase Grover Washington Jr.'s soprano saxophone. I did not purchase. I was thinking about purchasing the alto saxophone, but the price was way too high, and I just couldn't. I would have done it, but I couldn't really afford it. So I have the soprano, and I'm very, very grateful for that. And you can hear it on what's the song that I just did? Oh, You Got It All, the song by the Jets. Now you guys should listen to You Got It All by the Jets. I'm telling you, I think I did pretty well. And check it out. I played, and shout out to Paul Arnold, because he took that track that I did. I was playing like this, on the soprano saxophone like this, and playing it into the side of the computer. I didn't even use a mic. What happened to my head? Oh my God, yeah, half my head disappeared. Lord, I thought I was freaking out. So I played into the computer, and then he took that track, massaged it up, and really made the horn. Well, I mean, I think I did a pretty good job of recording, but he really did really well with whatever he put on that saxophone to make that track. That's one of my best tracks I think I've ever recorded, because it's straight to the point. It moved me to know that this young lady who sang that song, "You Got It All," had stage 4 cancer, and she beat it and walked away from the music industry. And now she just comes back and does special events when the family asks her to. And she still, in my opinion, has the most honest, pleasing, and soulful voice out of all the Jets, you know. Yeah. So after Wilton Felder retired, he changed 80 per hour. Really? He charged. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, that's what you meant, I think, charged. Yeah. I'm gonna tell you something. I got this lesson from Wilton Free. Wilton stood outside of a gig. Wilton Felder from the Jazz Crusaders stood in a hotel lobby with me for 3.5 hours, kicking me game. 3.5 hours, just talking to me about everything, about the industry and all kinds of stuff. The difference between his sound, my sound, the difference between what was going on then and what was going on now. One of the things he said was very striking. Striking, is that the word? I don't know. He said to me, Walter, the difference between your music and our music is that when we came together, we all came to the studio. We brought with us the joys and the pains and experiences and all kinds of, all that from our personal lives. Each one of us had all those. And so when we came together, all of that was infused into the music at the same time when we played. He said, you play with a computer. I mean, you do it with the computer and all that kind of stuff. And you send it off and it sounds that way. And he's right. He's right. And I mean, that was just one of the nuggets he talked to me about. But what a great man. I mean, I had idols growing up, and a couple of them didn't. When I got to the game, they didn't really treat me well. But Wilton Felder, Ronnie Laws, and Ronnie's still living. So just, Ronnie was just great to me, and so was Wilton Felder. There were mentors. Oh, Ronnie still is, but Wilton definitely wasn't, and taught me a lot about, how to comport myself. Is that a word? I remember using that some other time. And how to kind of ignore some of the dumb stuff that goes on in the industry and concentrate on the music, So I'm grateful for that. Somebody laughed at something I said, I guess. There's a laughter. I got to move this down. I'm so sorry. What's up, Teach? Oh, no, I am down. I got to, yeah, I'm done. All the questions. You lately can't, oh, wait. Hello, Vet. Wow, heard you lately, can't remember the music devoted to jazz R&B. Man, the music is great. Thanks, Emmanuel. Ooh, cheers to my, yeah. Wayne, yeah. Let me tell you something, man. So they were on a tour. Ronnie Laws, Wayne Henderson, my life. Walter, Roy Ayers, and Lonnie Liston Smith, called the Original Smooth Jazz or something like that. And they were on tour, and they came to Boston. And you appreciate this, bro, Andre. And so I was teaching, and I've been teaching for a while. And Ronnie had asked me to come up on stage with him when he got there. Now, it'd been a month he asked me to come up on stage with him. And I'm sitting up there, okay, I'm teaching, and I kind of let the practice go and stuff like that. Even though, even though I knew I was going to go on stage with Ronnie Law. Excuse me, I just drank a little something I shouldn't have drank. It was a little milkshake or something. Ugh. So I get on stage with Ronnie Laws, and we're playing Always There. So we're playing. And what up, T? Oh, T, okay. So we're teaching. I'm playing, and I have a good ride. Ronnie has a good ride. And then Ronnie Laws breaks it down. Boom. And I said, okay, we're getting ready to have some fun. And we go back and forth a little bit. Then Ronnie plays this line. It's kind of a Coltrane line, but it was so in the pocket and so nice, but it was aggressive. It's like, And I was like, hey, I think Ronnie just took a shot at me. And I was like, no. So I played a little song. He wouldn't do that. Yes, he's my mentor. And, I'm Walter. And I played something back. And then he played something that I knew was an attack. He went boom, then boom. And I kind of backed up. I said, oh, my hero is attacking me on stage in my hometown at the Berkeley Performance Center. And I am not prepared. So that went on for about maybe 3 or 4 minutes. And then as we're coming down, Andre, you remember the Berkeley Performance Center, we walk down the steps. So I'm walking down the steps and Wayne Henderson said, I hear him say, who was the saxophone player up there with Ronnie? And I said, that's that little Walt Beasley. And he said, well, Walt Beasley got his ass handed to him tonight. They started laughing. And I said, yes, Mr. Henderson, I sure did. And they were, oop. And we all had a good time about it. But it was, that was the first time I played with Ronnie Laws and found what they call it. I'm not going to say the whole phrase, but I messed around and found out. Yep. And somebody asked him while we were somewhere, he said, look, man, that's the Texas way. We come out, that's our spot, so it's like we got represent. And I was like, yeah. Ronnie said that. So that's one of my stories. I'm just getting back into my house and I'm hearing these little sounds that I don't remember hearing before. So yeah, that was one of my, I was, oh, that's my groceries outside that I got to get. Because I cook tomorrow hey, what's up, Will? How you doing, man? Will has a joint out. For the Love of You. Go check him out. It's a beautiful rendition of that song. Actually, put a link up if you want to, Will. I'm only going to be here about 5 minutes before I fall asleep. I just drove for 4 hours, and I did a little practicing before I drove, so I'm a little tired. How many people on here? 27. All right. That's not bad. More people to check it out afterwards, though. Any questions? Let me see if I see you are both. That you're going. Yeah, we're going to be at the Rehoboth Jazz Festival. Is that October event? I think it's October. I haven't done Rehoboth in over 20 years. More than 20 years, I think. So it'll be fun to get back there. Yeah. I may stay a day too, just to catch up with the musicians and see how everybody's doing. I don't know if I'm on the last day or the first day. I really don't know, because I haven't been there so long. But it'd be nice to catch up and even meet fans. Meet some fans from before. That'd be great. And I'm also. So let me. Thank you for reminding me. February 14th, I'll be in Delaware. Those tickets are moving. I'm going to start really aggressively posting things up starting tomorrow about the new year. March 7th, I'll be in Delaware. February 14th, I will be in Dallas, Texas, opening for Richard Elliott and Pieces of a Dream. And my opening position does not reflect, my abilities or lack thereof. It's just that I like opening, I like playing, I like getting it in, I like, doing my thing for you and getting off the stage and having options to either go see you, sign CDs or enjoy the rest of the band. That ego thing, and I gotta close. I've been through with that for years. So let somebody else do that. I'm just coming in to have a good time, to play for you, to meet you, and pretty much that's it. So that's February. March 7th, I'm in Delaware, and April 19th, I'm Pompano Beach Jazz Festival. I think that's what it is, out on the beach. And they just called me to do something the day before, but that's not. I haven't inked that yet. So, and then September 27th, we're in San Bernardino, California again for Tribute to Fathers. That's the thing that I do every year that I love. And then I'm losing. I can't think that far ahead, but I don't think we're doing. I know we have 2 dates in November. 2 dates in November. The Jazz Festival in Hampton, Virginia. Yes, and on these Did you put the link in there? Come on now, put the link in there. Did you do it? Come on, bro. We used to stare. Man, Mario. Oof. So Mario, let me tell you something about Mario Morales. We were in a band called Sabor, and first, well, it was called Lo de Antes. And we would play as kids. Well, they would play as kids. I first heard them when I was like maybe 11 or 12 years old, playing in bars and playing like grown men. And I made up my mind I was going to play with that group because my favorite saxophone player at the time, JoJo Higgins, played in that group. And they were all kids. JoJo was probably older than all of them. And they were playing, and I was like, man, these are kids my age who are playing professionally in a bar. And I finally got the chance to play with them. But to Mario's point, we would play sometimes to 2 in the morning, and Mario would have to drive us home. He would have to drive me to El Centro from Brawley and then drive back to Brawley. Sometimes we would be in Los Angeles or San Diego, whatever. And he just, I mean, not only was he the backbone of the group, you know, playing drums and not missing anything, but even afterwards, he had to drive all of us back to, you know, to our homes and keeping it, you know, and we all arrived safe. So big ups to you, Mario. Love you, bro. And I'll see you soon. I'm back here for about a month, and I'm taking Pablito's instruments over this week. So I'll call you before I leave if you're back. I don't know if you're back in Brawley. So that's Will Prince just put a link to his single, "Live for the Love of You," a remake of Isley Brothers and Whitney, actually. So y'all check them out and put those in your playlist. And actually, I would ask the same thing if you like my song called "You Got It All" by the Jets. Put that in your playlist because that's how we make our money. That's how we feed our families. That's, well, I have an extended family, but you know, that's how I feed myself. So where is this little one? Oh, Paula, what's happening? For the Love of You. Thank you. Yes, it's the Isley Brothers remake, and he did it in a very nice way that kind of complements Isley Brothers and Whitney Houston. Yes. Yeah, and Mario still looks like he's freaking 15 years old. You coming back to see? Yes, I'm coming back to DC. I'm coming to see you. That's right. And I'm, you know, doing my thing because I remember what date we're coming back to DC. It's in October. Yes, I do know that. Good evening, Leslie. How are you? How's everything? Let's see. Do I have to scroll down here? Man, I've been on here a long time. I don't even know. I like StreamYard. Always enjoy the stories. Thanks, Walter. Peace to you, man. Have a great rest, Andre, man. Appreciate you, bro. We're going to catch up. We're going to definitely catch up. And yeah, so, I mean, to be a musician now, thank you for hollering. To be a musician now in this kind of situation is very, 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 you know what's interesting? I went on Disney, the Disney Channel, right? I mean, not the channel, but the app. And it has this thing called Music and Musicians or something like that. And there was nobody black in the whole thing. Everybody in there was, you know, it's just like we're disappearing from, you know, the culture. It's scary. Not scary, but it's just different. I mean, not one person of color, not one black or brown person, Latino was in that section. This is Disney, you know, like we don't even exist. I was like, whoa, that's that is crazy. But on the flip side, we can go directly to you and say, we have something out. Can you please support us if you like, and so on and so forth, which we never had before. You know, we had to compete with industry and people who really didn't even want us in the industry. So, you know, you got to take the good with the bad. So, you know, I have the responsibility to come to you and say, I have something new out. Please support if you like it. And, you know, and that's what I do. Oh, later in the year. Excuse me. Yes, but I'll be back in the area in February, late February. Man, don't drink a milkshake late at night. No, it's not late, but it's just late for me. All right. I think I'm about. Let me just to recap. Will has something out. Will Prince, the remake for the Love of You. I have something out called "You Got It All," remake of the Jets song. You got it all. Remember that? You got it all. all over her. I gotta say her because I don't like saying him because it suggests something that it's not quite the truth for me. Anyway, we got the cook. Oh yeah, and the groups that are because of principal things coming off of the making decisions that come off of some of the Kennedy Center and stuff like that. Please support them because it could be very difficult. They could get blackballed quickly, and people up there have friends and they call their friends and say, "Nah, don't get that group an opportunity because they did this to me," so on and so forth. So it's up to us to really support people of substance, musicians of substance. So please do that. All right. Any other questions or things that I can answer? Donald Bird from, oh yeah. Walking in rhythm, moving in sound. That was my jam. And some Rock Creek Park. I can't remember. In fact, that solo on Walking in Rhythm is one of my top 5 R&B solos ever in life. Ronnie Law's Friends and Strangers would probably be my second top, or the first. And that's a flute solo on Walking in Rhythm. I can sing like right now with nothing. I love that song about the jet. Yeah, the jet song. What's up, little Nancy? Rock Creek Park. Go ahead, girl. That's it. That's it. That's it. You too, Vet. Thank you. Juan. Yeah, Juan. Thanks for helping me out. It's late and I've been driving and yeah. So and it's getting late for you guys too. It's a weekday. So I'm gonna call it and I'm gonna figure out how to do this, the Instagram. Maybe because I don't have the professional account, that's why I can't do it there. Will you do a show on Unsung? No. I don't think I sold enough records for them. I sold 1 million units, but it was over a 30-year period, 35-year period. And they don't really do jazz music or instrumentals that much, from what I see. They do the kind of like the pop black artists, or that kind of thing, like Roger or and people who have stories. Like I'm kind of boring too, you know how Roger passed and some other people, Teddy Pendergrass and all that. So plus they were huge stars too. I just play saxophone and sing a little bit, so people who care about me, and that's it. And I'm comfortable with that. Yeah. Anything else? Doing it in the dark. You better stop, Paula. I'm tired and I'm gonna go with that. I know those are the lyrics. I'm aware of that. So, all right. Before I get myself in trouble, I'm gonna say goodnight. And thank y'all coming in here. What's this say? What's up, my man? What's up, Kevin? Came in late. Hello, Walton. Hey, Cassandra, what's popping? You're definitely not boring. Thank you so very much. Love you too. Appreciate that. Thank you, everybody. Please support the musicians that you like. If you can, I know it's rough financially, but even more, it's just rough for us as well. So any kind of support you give us is definitely appreciated. So God bless you, and I'm gonna see you on the road. I'll be on here some other time, but I just wanted to say hello and just chill with you for a minute. So I appreciate your love, appreciate your patience, and I'll see you soon. All right. Good night, everybody.